Let us put our whole selves in the presence of the source of everything. Source of everything is that to which everything can be traced. And as we sit for meditation, let us feel that the body which we have has been carefully constructed for a certain purpose. In embarking on our meditation, let us be sure and confident that we all have a purpose. The supreme purpose that we have is to find what is there at the end of our journey. Let us take a meditative journey from the outside to within. Let us feel that all around us, just like air impinges on the skin or is present in the external environment of a pot, let us feel there is a presence both outside and inside us, that the human body is not a barrier to this, but is incorporated in a great flow of divine grace that flows and manifests. Let us feel it flowing through the pores of the skin to the very center of our being and flowing out again. Let us feel that it's flowing upward, downward, and from all sides. Let us know that this pure energy that is flowing from within is the divine source of life, divine source of light, the divine source of love. Where is it flowing from? It is flowing from the innermost central point of the heart. Let us imagine how that central spark and light that is more brilliant than 1,000 suns, is radiating and expanding in all directions, carrying, as it were, with it not only pure radiance and life, but above all, love. Let us feel this love, which is a tangible presence, non-demanding. Let us feel it expanding and embracing all beings in all directions. Like the light of dawn spreading across the surface of the earth, let us imagine this light of love spreading in every direction, everywhere, leaving people alive, joyful, and happy in its wake. And as it expands, let us feel that it is distributing strength and truth, beauty, goodness, love, and harmony. Not only to this little body, but to all bodies around, to all shapes and names and colors and forms, to all configurations of matter, not only of this world with its iron core, but also to that shimmering border around the earth and the space beyond. Let us feel how it illumines the stars. Let us feel how it illumines and spins all the galaxies, spreading to the infinite expanses of space. Let us spread goodwill in all these directions, asserting, may all beings be happy and joyful. May all beings be calm and peaceful. May all beings be blissful. And as we may think of the sun that is setting, let us know that this inner light never sets, never rises and never sets. It is constantly there. This is the source not only of your own being, but the source of everything. Now let us internally repeat the primordial sound mantra of Om. We do it a number of times. And if you have a mantra given by a competent teacher or guru, internally repeat this, understanding deeply its meaning, tracing it back to the original sound that the mystics heard. I will repeat Om 3 times so that you may continue this internally. As you repeat this and any other mantra, feel its vibration stirring within you and stirring throughout the body with all its complexities beyond its borders, feeling that all configurations of waves are nothing but the varieties of this Om sound. And steadying the mind in this way, let us steer our attention toward where and how we are seated. Let us feel that the ground on which we sit belongs to Mother Earth. The body knows where the center of gravity is. Make sure that the hips are adjusted forward in such a way, whether you are seated on a chair or on a cushion or other seat that you may have on the floor. In adjusting the hips forward, you are bringing the chest, the neck, and the head into a straight line to aid our attention in the forthcoming meditation. Let us attend to this body by taking our attention like a searchlight that illumines things. Let's put all our attention and feeling, first of all, on the feet. Let us feel every single sensation coming to the tips of the toes and the feet. First one foot, then the other. And once we have felt all these sensations coming through, let us feel all the sensations at the tips of the fingers. Let us feel the energetic pulse that we find there. And let us register this pulse, this energy, to the source of all things, that which makes them move, that which gives their energy, not only to this body sitting, but to the very sun that radiates every day. Let us relax, let us let go. Let us allow ourselves to be carried by the waves of divine grace flowing as speech and thought, as our experience gathered through all the sense organs. This Mother Earth was here. Before this Mother Earth even, a glorious entity stood, as it were, weaving a cocoon around it, providing for us a place with resources, so that we may embark on a journey of discovery that leads to the revelation of our divine self. Now let us attend to our breathing. Let us be aware first of the air that is entering and leaving the nostrils. Let us feel the contrast between the air entering and leaving and how it feels at the tip of the nose. Let us be aware of how the air feels as it flows over the upper lip. Let us feel a sense of profound thankfulness that there is a mechanism that brings fresh air laden with oxygen into the lungs to circulate throughout the entire body. Let us thank all the vegetation and plants around us that give us this free oxygen in exchange for the carbon dioxide that we give back. Let us wonder at this divine arrangement with a sense of thankfulness. And as we feel this constant inhalation that happens without our asking, that is moved by the one source of all life. Let us absorb noble thoughts from every side. And as we exhale in spirit of generosity, let us also give noble thoughts to every side. Let us be thankful for the entire nervous system connected to our rhythmic breathing that enables us to be sensitive. Now let us turn to the field of the mind, an area of activity where a divine thinker freely supplies thoughts and attention in every single moment. Let us be patient with it, allowing thoughts and feelings and impressions to come in and go. Let us stand as a witness to all the comings and goings that may have accumulated throughout your day. And these may be related to anxious moments or fearful moments or doubtful moments or moments of happiness and joy. And whatever they are, treat them as visitors entering from the deeper levels, coming up like a wave to the surface and subsiding. Let us mentally bless every thought that arises. Let us allow them also to leave. Let us appreciate the source of all the thoughts that arise. Let us have an attitude, come if you can, stay if you will, and go if you must. And now that there is a profound peace in the mind, let us take our attention. Let us close off the external senses and be aware that the internal senses were always awake. Let us picture a glorious mountain scene with green forested regions around it. We find two regions in the world like this. One is the Alps, and the other is the Himalayas. Huge surges, upward surges of rock and snow against blue skies. What a beautiful scene this supplies. And whatever scene comes to us is from our memory because we admired and enjoyed its presence and took a mental photograph. Let us see what this scene of mountain and trees and forest is telling us. Perhaps we can see the face of a meditating Shiva. His face is calm, unmoving, solid, and yet satisfying. Perhaps we can notice that rivers are flowing from a source high up in the mountain that flows over the form and down and enters into valleys, creating the opportunity for life in rivers and abundance in plants and foliage either side, and greenness of fields that supply animals with food. Like every scene that we are prepared to take and absorb and be satisfied with, recalling a level of contentment and happiness. Let us explore what these scenes are made from. Behind what the eyes see and behind the eyes themselves, profound waves of divine grace are flowing, combining and recombining, shining, billowing waves that arise from a cosmic ocean. Some are turbulent and some are less, but as they cease to combine, let us feel how all this comes from an unmanifest potential matter. We can hardly visualize it, and so we can feel it as space. We can even denote it by a blue color, something like the infinite sky. And we know that it is manifested from this prime seed, the sound mantra of Om, that is a cosmic mind broadcasting everywhere, the source of all waves. And we have the feeling that it has characteristics of preservation and love and omnipresence. Omniscience, it knows every corner, for every corner is manifested from it. And this cosmic mind we can visualize as a wonderful, shining, incomparable light that lends its light and life and love everywhere, manifesting as existence and awareness and consciousness and bliss. And these are the characteristics of that which is within you, with no borders, simply a presence in the cave of the heart that is your own divine essence. Let us sink down deeply into this inner essence, that sits within the intellect and the mind and the body, that sits remote from all these things and yet lends its life and light and love to all. This infinite, invisible, divine essence, let us sink down deeply so that nearness becomes oneness. And listen to the inner voice of silence therein. And if your attention gets restless and starts to wander outwards again, allow it a little freedom, perhaps even to go as far as the awareness of the body, and slowly, progressively draw it back in into the mind and the intellect, and deep down your own being. And finally, in a spirit of adoration and worship, mobilizing the heart from this eternal light, let us allow that form that you love the most to emerge from it and be seated. And using the fullness of your artistic creation that is delivered to you by divine grace, feel that this divine is seated, blessing you, gazing upon you with love. Let us exchange loving glances with this and make a salutation of thanking this innermost being that guides your life, that moves your breath, that gives the capacity to think and decide, to explore, to discover. That eternal companion which is always there, within and without. Let us mentally offer a fragrant flower from our imagination, from our experience, the most exquisite we can offer. Let this divine grace and feeling of inner well-being radiate through us and beyond us to all the other names and forms, to all those people and places and events familiar to us in our environment. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be unto all.